He's one of the last guys you want to target in coverage.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we join you from the so-called Space City, Houston, Texas. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Dragons of Houston.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And we are underway from Houston. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And they'll be led out by their seventh-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And this will be a Jaguars first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Hillman again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On play action, they'll throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6, he got about 5. 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down.
And he's going to be taken to the ground right there at the 35-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Numbers on the ground a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Man in motion is Agnew. Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And he's going to go down again.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Now make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
the move to his left. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. They'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
3rd and 12.
They'll set up a throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he gets the first down.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
On play action, Lawrence.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A good pickup there at 22.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, Means. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Here's Lawrence.
Wide open receiver, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000 is a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
2nd and 10 now. It's Lawrence.
And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down at the 7th after a gain of 7. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Now Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there.
Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year.
As his guys are able to extend their lead.
2 good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL. So they're not going to be denied here, and they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now out come the Jags. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early, as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run with Hillman here to begin the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Shoves him aside, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They give it this time to Hillman up the gut. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Barney, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And he's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
2nd down and 6 now. It's a throw again is Lawrence.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They certainly have the right read on that one. The weak spot in a cover 2 defense, right down the middle because it really stresses the safeties. And they're going to be a little bit frustrated they weren't able to connect on that one.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
Jacksonville set to go again offensively.
The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. They'll drop to throw.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Up the middle they go. Leonard. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Now Lawrence.
He finds his man. Complete. That's Leonard. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there. First down.
Now Lawrence to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
False start. Offense.
Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, got the safe completion on 3rd. And taken right at the 35. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Lawrence. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Play action. It's Lawrence. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jags are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he will find his man on the outside. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A very solid gain of 27.
And this offense has been a little slow to get going, but some signs of life here in this second quarter. They're moving it pretty good, and that helps the cause as well. Good yardage and another first down.
The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Back to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They're going to look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Jags are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
They'll run here with Hillman. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Jaguars get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
This offense back to work now late in this first half. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. He's going to cover him well.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And it's fielded at the 34.
The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
This time they stay on the ground. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, and it's the Bengals who are out in front. The Bengals seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Next, we'll take the trip north to the Steel City to check on the Steelers at home in Pittsburgh. And they've got the lead over the visiting Denver Broncos. The Steelers locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And as you see, they were winners in their ball game. 27-21, your final. This one's been as good as advertised.
Yeah, both teams
just a
likely to
field
make
goal
some
separating
changes in
these
what's
two
been
teams.
a closely fought
This is a very
battle to
level
this
first
point.
half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
On play action, Lawrence. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll set up a throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw.
Finding space at the 40. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll look to throw again.
Throwing for Montgomery. He's got him on the out route.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Back to throw again. And that's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. A toss play left. There goes Ronnie Hillman. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Jaguars have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Houston set to take over. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Leonard. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down.
Over the middle, complete. That's Nash. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
Well, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence.
And this is Simpson with a catch.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Lawrence will throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. It's no secret they have been struggling big time. They've gone 2 months without a win, 8 straight losses. But right now they do have the lead. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. Broken tackle. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
So consecutive picks, and each offense, they drove the ball close enough to at least attempt a field goal, but on back-to-back drives, the defense has stood firm and forced an interception.
Yeah, it's a really nice battle, seeing one answer the other with a turnover to keep points off the board.
Houston's offense taking over again.
And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Now Lawrence.
And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Lawrence.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
Going down the middle, and it's complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
He finds his man complete. It's Simpson. No gain on the play. And it's 2nd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now a 2nd and 10.
Back now here on EA Sports as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter.
Lawrence.
Throw left side complete. That's Leonard. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Leonard. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
2nd and 5 from the 8. Looking to throw, Lawrence.
This will be caught at about the 5. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. The offense on 3rd down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
That is caught.
Touchdown! From 4 yards out.
And the Dragons put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
The throw over the middle taken in. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down.
And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Well, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Coming left, it's Hillman. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Now Lawrence on 1st down.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
Defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
He finds his man complete. That's Nash. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. And this will be a Jaguars first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
55 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They keep it on the ground. Hillman. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
2nd and 9.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking for a slot man, and he's got him. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he is going to have a Jags first down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on 4th and inches.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
That is incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And he missed it. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. A 4th quarter miss like that, there's no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, Lawrence.
A quick throw, but incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On 2nd down, it's Leonard, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Lawrence hit and the ball is free.
And the Jags grab it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. The Jaguars getting set to go.
What a big 4th quarter fumble recovery a moment ago, and now they are set up with a chance to take the lead.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
And now out comes Houston.
Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. 1st and 10 and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Leonard, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Now Lawrence to throw.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
And he is going to have a first down here, and that should be the one that seals a victory.
And they will take a knee here.
Second and 11.
Now a handoff up the middle. Leonard.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Lawrence to a knee, and that will write a finish to this one.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Houston, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, add one more loss to the column. That drops them to a woeful 1-9 so far. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.